Sam Simpson, SPU basketball.
Sam, you ready for another season here? Last year, yours was a little abbreviated. You played just 5 games before sidelined with injuries. How are you feeling so far?
Yeah, I'm excited to get out there and play with the guys. It's been coming back. It's been fun, getting back into the groove of practicing every single day, getting ready for games. But yep, super excited to get back with all the guys.
Do you feel like you're back to 100% or close to 100%?
Yep, physically getting back there. It's just the mental aspect with all injuries that's tough to overcome, especially shooting and stuff like that. Just knowing that you've put in the reps and you're back to normal and just needing the ball to go in. So.
You had a great start to the year. When you left, you were leading the team in rebounds and assists. How frustrating is that to then sit on the bench the rest of the season and have to watch?
Yeah, it was really tough to sit on the bench, especially with the struggles that we went through, just wanting to get out there. But it was nice to have Gabe Colosimo there with the knee injury to kind of sit next to him, pick his mind during games, kind of keep your mind off of how badly you want to be out there and just kind of use the injury for some good, which is seeing basketball in a different view on the bench there. So.
You mentioned Gabe and yourself, and Trey Miller also will be healthy this year, 3 that didn't play the majority last year. And Nate Stroyford should get a whole season help you out of him. How big will that be impacting the team to have you 4 injured from last year back in there?
Just huge. I mean, if you think about us 4, we're all older dudes, should all be juniors, but we're all 1 year younger, and so just to kind of have that, the older perspective, just to kind of lead some of the younger kids, the younger guys who are all sophomores who will depend on so much this year. Just a big aspect of our team.
So while you were out last year, a pretty young team, but guys got a lot of playing time experience. 2 of the real key guys were Tony Miller and Coleman Wooten, a great 1-2 punch.
Yep.
What can we expect out of them this year?
I think more of the same, honestly. I think those 2, especially offensively, they're both super talented and they both really good on the post and they know how to play together. And so I think, again, especially this year, having another year under their belt, I think more of the same for those 2.
3 new faces on the team. Big fella, Kristen Russell, 6'11", transfer from Morgan State. Braden Olson, the lone freshman. And then Nikhil Azad, a transfer who was real effective last year at Humboldt. How will the team be different this year?
I mean, it'll just be different with those 3 guys coming in with losing 4 last year, and so, but those guys have been helping us a ton. Just seeing basketball in a different way with Nikhil being somewhere else for 2 years and now coming to SPU with his own experiences. You have Braden, which, like a lot of us here who are freshmen coming into SPU, kind of leading them along, and he's playing great right now. And then Christian being that D1 transfer, kind of like Trey was last year, just to provide his insights from a division up coming down to D2 here.
Is there any returning player who played last year that may surprise Falcons fans this year?
Yeah, I think Gavin Long. I mean, if you look about what his last 10 games or so, he was putting up really good offensive numbers. But the thing that Gavin does that's super valuable for us is being our defensive stopper. And I think just seeing Gavin progress and kind of start where he left off last year, I think Falcon fans will see a lot of that from Gavin.
This will be the team's 2nd year under head coach Grant Lee. How have things been in preseason so far? Anything different?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of the same from last year, but I know for me personally, and you can just see it through all 14 of the other guys, just a deep love for Grant and what he brings. I mean, just being a guy who you can go and talk to about anything from basketball to the Seahawks and their kicker Blair Wallace missing 3. He likes to give me crap about that, being a Vikings fan. But just anything. I mean, he's kind of one of us in a way. I mean, he's a friend, he's a mentor, and he's a coach. And especially Bone and Borton, they filled that mold too. So just having all 3 of them and taking on this challenge together every single day is it's great to have them with us.
Well, Falcons fans got to see a little glimpse of the team in an exhibition game against Capilano University. You ended up winning 110-77. What do you think was accomplished in that game?
Just getting out there. Just at the start of every single season, it's just kind of getting rid of those jitters. I mean, you've been hitting guys for 3 weeks here in preseason, the same guys. You know exactly what they do. You know their moves. So just kind of getting out there and being let loose a little bit. But I think I think that was the main takeaway from that game.
Great. Well, let's talk a little bit about you off the court. When you're not here at practice, pretty often I find you with your nose in a book. Tell us what you're majoring in and how things are going.
Yeah, so I'm biochem major. I'm going to graduate here in the winter, and I'm excited to be done with that. Kind of get a new glimpse in college in a way for my 5th year. Hopefully transition away from the hard sciences and maybe look at some business or something like that for my last year. So.
What do you see after your collegiate career is over? What do you see yourself doing?
I really want to continue my education through medical school and then hopefully become a practicing physician.
Great. Well, you tell us where you're from?
Boise, Idaho.
That's right. What brought you at SPU?
It's a combination thing. I knew I wanted to play college basketball, and that was kind of the main drive. But like I was talking about with a drive to become a physician, I really was looking around for good pre-med undergrad programs, and SPU was at the top of my list by balancing the ability to play basketball and the academic life, and so that's what brought me to SPU.
Well, has the Seattle community won you over? Do you see yourself maybe staying here or going back to Boise?
Yeah, I like Seattle. The first couple months were tough with the rain every single day, no sun, coming from Idaho. That was a huge difference, but I love Seattle now. The only thing is traffic. I don't know if I'll ever be able to adapt to that. Sitting 30 minutes to go to 2 miles, that's not my life there in Idaho. So
I got that.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the court just for a second. You start the regular season, play games that count. On the road, 2 games. You've got Sonoma State Friday and then Cal State East Bay on Saturday. Your thoughts on opening this year on the road?
Yeah, and just kind of with every single year with SPU since I've been here, we've had a really tough non-conference with a lot of away games, and that's the mold this year. A lot of away games and a lot of tough teams who are almost in the NCAA tournament, or they were in the NCAA tournament a year ago, like Sonoma State. And so I think it's just going to be important for us to hit the ground running. If we can hit the ground running with those away games, those will look really good for us coming down the stretch and hopefully be able to punch that NCAA berth that we all want.
Great. Well, Sam, thanks so much. Appreciate your time and good luck in the openers this week.
All right, thank you very much.